In this video, we need to learn about the electrical conductivity of ionic compounds and electrolysis of water. But before starting with these topics, we need to understand the meaning of the term electrolysis. So the term electrolysis can actually be broken up into two parts, electro and lysis. Electro means electricity and lysis means breaking or decomposition. Hence, we can define electrolysis as a process in which any substance can be decomposed or broken up with the help of electricity. Now, mostly we take up ionic compounds. We know that the ionic compounds, they always occur in solid state, and the respective ions of the ionic compound, that is the positively charged cations and negatively charged anions, they exist side by side to each other. This way, as you all can see here. This is the way the ions exist in the ionic compounds in solid state. So these ions are actually immobile ions, that is, they cannot move. But we know that the flow of electricity is possible only when the charges flow. So the flow of electricity will be possible only when these ions start moving from one place to another. So that is possible only in the liquid state. So for that reason, we need to convert the solid ionic compounds into their liquid state, which can be done by either of the two ways. The first way is heat the ionic compound and bring it to its molten state. And the second way is make an or prepare an aqueous solution of that ionic compound by dissolving it in water. Now here, with the help of this diagram, the entire concept of electrolysis will be very clear. As you all can see here, we have taken a container in which an aqueous solution of the ionic compound has been prepared. So in this case, as soon as the ionic compound is dissolved in water, the respective ions dissociate, that is, we get the cations and the anions separately. This aqueous solution of the ionic compound in water is known as an electrolyte. So this way we can say we have taken our electrolyte in this container. Now in the electrolyte, we are dipping two metal rods which are known as the electrodes. One of the metal rod is joined to the positive terminal of the cell, and the other metal rod is joined or attached to the negative terminal of the cell. Hence, one of the electrode attains the positive charge, which is joined to the positive terminal, attains the positive charge and becomes the anode, and the other one, which is attached to the negative terminal of the cell, becomes the negative electrode known as the cathode. So this way we get our anode and the cathode respectively. Now what we find, the electrodes, these two electrodes, that is anode and cathode, they are attached to the two terminals of the cell with the help of metal wire. You all can see here very clearly. So we know that the flow of electricity actually means flow of charges in any form. So let's see how the flow of electricity is maintained here. In the liquid state, that is in the electrolyte which is in the liquid state, the flow of electricity is maintained by the flow of charged ions. So when these charged ions move in the aqueous solution of the liquid state, the electricity flows. Whereas in the case of metal rod and the metal wire, which are solid in state, here the electricity flows by the flow of free electrons which are present in them. So this way, in the liquid state, flow of ions, and in the solid metal rod and metal wire, the flow of free electrons maintains the flow of electricity. Hence, very clearly we understand how this process follows. Now look here how electrolysis is taking place. Here we know that the cell has been attached, so that cell is actually passing the current. With the help of that current, the ionic compound dissociates into its cations and anions. So in a way, with the help of electricity of the cell, the ionic compound is getting dissociated into its respective cation and anion. This is electrolysis. Very clear? And one more thing, the ions will always be moving towards the oppositely charged electrode. Anion, negative anion towards positive anode, positive cation towards negative cathode. This is the diagram for the electrolysis of copper sulfate. In this, as we all can see, in a container, the aqueous solution of copper sulfate has been taken. And we have two electrodes dipped in this aqueous solution. The first electrode is made up of copper, which is acting as the positive anode, and the second electrode is made up of carbon, which is acting as the negative cathode. Now, as we all can see very clearly in the diagram, the positive electrode, that is the copper anode, is connected to the positive terminal of the cell, and the negative cathode, which is made up of carbon, is connected to the negative terminal of a cell. Because of the presence of the cell, the electric current starts flowing, and because of this electric current, the ionic compound of copper sulfate in the aqueous solution dissociates into copper cations and the sulfate anions. So very clearly you all can see in the diagram that in the aqueous solution we can see the copper 2 plus cations and the sulfate 2 minus anions. Now, as we all know that the opposite charge attract each other, for this reason the positive copper cations move towards the negative cathode. And when these positive cations move towards the negative cathode, then in the negative cathode, the excess electrons which are present, they neutralize the copper. In easy language, we can say that the positive copper cations take electrons from the negative cathode and they turn into neutral atoms of copper. These neutral atoms of copper, they form a deposition or they get deposited on the cathode. Hence, on the carbon cathode, a deposition of copper is formed. On the other side, when we take a look on the positive anode, then what do we find? That it is made up of copper. The copper anode, which is having copper atoms in it, the copper atoms of the anode, they lose electrons and change to copper cations. These copper cations again move back to the solution. Hence, what do we find? That in the solution, the percentage of copper cations and sulfate anions remain the same, and the color of the solution does not change for this reason. So, on the whole, we all can say that this becomes an example of electrolysis of an ionic compound. And which ionic compound? The ionic compound of copper sulfate. This way, on the whole, the definition of electrolysis also becomes very clear. Electrolysis means the dissociation or the breaking up of any ionic compound by the passage of or by the flow of electricity, which is very clearly can be seen in this. So, this is the electrolysis of copper sulfate. The cathode reaction and the anode reaction also very clear. What is happening? The cathode is carbon. It is getting a deposition of neutral copper, and the anode, which is made up of copper, is releasing copper cations in the solution by losing electrons. Very clearly, we can see in this diagram that electrolysis of water is being shown. When we say electrolysis of water, it is clear that by the passage of electric current, the decomposition or dissociation of water will be done into its respective gases. Now for this, first of all, we prepare a salt solution. In order to prepare the salt solution, we take about 500 milliliter of pure water and add 2 grams of any salt in it. Any salt can be added, for example, common salt, NaCl, sodium chloride can also be added. This way, our electrolyte will be prepared. Now, on the other hand, as we all can see in the diagram, we take a battery which becomes the source of electric current. It is having a positive terminal and the negative terminal. To the two terminals of the battery, we attach electrical wires. These electrical wires will be having the insulating coating or the insulating covering over them. At the other end of the wires, which are the open ends, the insulating covering or the insulating coating will be removed, and this way these two electrical wires start acting as the electrodes. The electrical wire which is attached to the positive terminal will become the positive anode, and the electrical wire attached to the negative terminal of the battery will become the negative cathode. Now, on the other hand, we take 2 test tubes and fill up the 2 test tubes with the salt solution that we have prepared. While filling the 2 test tubes, we take the precaution that no air bubble should be there inside the test tube. Now, these 2 test tubes are inverted over the 2 electrodes, that is the cathode and the anode, in a beaker. This way, the complete apparatus is prepared. After some time, due to the passage of the electrical current, we find that gases start accumulating in the 2 test tubes. In one of the test tube, the amount of the gas is stored up or collected is double the amount of the gas in the other test tube. When we test these gases, then we find that over the negative cathode, the gas collected is hydrogen gas, whereas over the positive anode, the gas collected is oxygen gas. Hence, very clearly we can say that the amount of hydrogen gas is collected is double as compared to the amount of the oxygen gas collected. So this way, the entire process of electrolysis of water is understood clearly with the help of this diagram. Here also, cathode reaction and anode reaction will be taking place, about which we will be learning later. Cathode reaction and anode reaction actually means chemically what happens at the negative cathode and chemically what happens at the positive anode. Now, after studying about the process of electrolysis of water, we shall be studying about the chemical equations or the chemical reactions related to it. These will be of 2 kinds: cathode reaction and anode reaction. As you all can see in the chart, let's look for the first reaction, which is the cathode reaction. In the cathode reaction, the chemical equation that they are showing is 2H2O plus 2 electrons giving us H2, that is hydrogen gas, plus 2 OH negative. It means 2 hydroxide ions. Let's understand about this reaction. We know that whenever one molecule of water, that is H2O, will dissociate into its respective ions, then we will get one H plus ion and one OH negative or OH minus ion. Hence, in this case, we have taken two molecules of water, 2H2O, so we will be getting 2H positive plus 2 OH negative. The 2H positive ions will be taking up 2 electrons and they will be converting into hydrogen gas, that is H2 gas, which we are getting as a product. Whereas the 2 OH negative ions, they will remain as it is, and hence in the reaction very clearly we can see that 2 OH negative, that is 2 hydroxide or hydroxyl ions, are present. Now here we can see that because the 2 electrons are on the reactant side, it means it is a gain of electron, and gain of electron means reduction. So in a way we can say that reduction takes place at the cathode. Now let's move on to the next reaction, which is known as the anode reaction. In the anode reaction, the reaction is 2H2O giving us oxygen gas, that is O2 gas, plus 4 H positive ions plus 4 electrons. So let's understand about this reaction. In this reaction, the two molecules of water, that is 2H2O, will be forming 4 hydrogen H positive ions and 2 oxide, that is O negative ions or O minus 2 ions. The 4 H positive ions will remain as such, whereas the 2 negative ions of oxygen will be losing 4 electrons and they will be getting converted into oxygen gas, which is liberated as a gas at the anode. Here, because the electrons have been shown on the product side, hence it is a loss of electrons, and loss of electron means oxidation. So in a way we can say that oxidation occurs at the anode. So always remember, at the negative cathode, reduction takes place by gain of electrons, and at the positive anode, oxidation takes place by loss of electrons. So students, we have finished up with this topic of acids, bases and salts, and in the next video we will be meeting with yet another new topic of your syllabus. For this topic, you all also have been given an assignment which you need to complete, and apart from that assignment, take as many questions as possible for your own practice, understanding and learning. Thank you.